Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'ma up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only put.
Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Man, I forgot it was a holiday today. Man, it's Columbus Day. Yeah, let me fix my camera. Hold on. It's a little bit too low. Yeah. All right, man. What's going on, everybody? Man, we are back from a weekend of, great boxing. Great performance by Deron Ennis on the 154 debut. But you saw the thumbnail up there, and I'm gonna talk about that, because I get it. Deron Ennis did a great job. I get it. He got him out of there the first round. But also, I want you to get this. He's supposed to do that. I mean, it's not like he was fighting a killer. Okay, I'm sorry. Ain't like he was trying to fight a killer. Now, Terrence Crawford, he had a lot to say, and I didn't have time to pull it up and put it on the computer, but I got it on my phone. Now, this is why a lot of people don't F with Terrence Crawford, because yes, he's great. He's a great fighter, all that, but he's arrogant about it. Now, we know Tank make a lot of money. We know he's knocking out a lot of people and this and that, but he don't remind you of this every time something goes wrong or somebody getting love over here and stuff like that. Well, this is what Terrence Crawford had to say. He said, I see a lot of people. He said, I see a lot of fans mad at me and jumping on Boots' sack now. Come on, Terrence. Really? Really, Terrence? How you know they were just Boots fan all along? Now, he said, I love it. This is the same shit I got and heard for 5 years. I was scared, this and that. It's okay, everyone. Just accept it. I'm great and y'all mad about it. Son, this is boxing. And yes, some people get carried away. Some people can get a little personal. And we're going to get into that in a minute. And I'm going to tell you, you can't act like that in a sport of boxing. Sometimes you got to take the high road. Oh, mama used to say, listen, if you can't say nothing good, don't say shit at all. If you know you're great, then you keep on being great. You have to tell nobody that you're great. We're going to know that you're great just by seeing you. But let's see who all in here first, okay? Let's see who all in here first before I get started, okay? And I want to appreciate everybody that came in the weekend. We did what? We did 1,178 views, okay? And that's great for Deron Ennis. Normally, I do 3,000 for a Tank. So that shows you how big the stars, these fighters are, okay? Now, let's start from the top and see who all in this biatch. Okay, we got my man Eugene Johnson is up in here. Shout out to the Johnson family, baby. All right, yes, sir, some good brothers over there. And when I say brothers, I mean brothers, because ain't nobody but brothers. Ain't no damn sister nowhere. All right, but anyway, we got all things up in here, baby. What's going on, all things? Oh, Slick Rick, baby. What's going on, Slick Rick? Man, oh man, I talked to Samson yesterday too. Yes, sir, man. He busy, man. Busy, man. Getting things together. All right, AJ. Oh, 64, baby. All right, good to see you once again. What's up, TJ? Terrell Jackson's up in here, baby. Yes, sir. We got Josh Sanders, baby. The TWT. The winning team is up in here. Watch out. Watch out now. All right, who else we got up in here? Okay, let me see. Okay, Lee Jackson is up in here. All right, Brian King Falcone is up in here. We got Mike Ram up in here. Knight Rider, what's going on, Knight Rider? Yes, sir. Salute KQ and all the chat. I'm here, but about to hit the road to. Okay, all right, okay. Hey, look, hey, just listen in, man. Cause look, I'm telling you, I ain't got no money. You trying to write something? You have an accident. Don't blame my ass. Oh, for real though. All right, now who else we got up in here? Okay, I think that's it. Right, that's it for right now. Okay, you know what? I forgot it was a holiday, but hey, that's all right. I'm here now, right? So might as well go ahead and talk about a little boxing, okay? And I'm gonna hold y'all long today. But like I was saying about Terrence Crawford, man, that shit was yesterday, and that shit gone. Okay. Yeah, happy birthday to William Old School. Yeah, he ain't around though, as usual. All right, but he was here the other day to let us know it's his birthday though, right? Yeah, but anyway, what's up, Ricky E245? What's going on, baby? All right, salute to you. Now, back to the factabulous. Listen, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here in front, okay? And you know, I told y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Look, this is what Jerron is supposed to do, okay? I'm fighting a guy like Lima, who is pretty much is green when it comes to Black American fighters. He didn't know how to fight a guy that fights like that, a guy that has fast hands, fast feet, a guy that switches from orthodox to southpaw. He never seen that shit before, right? I mean, let's be honest. And of course, he went in there, and we can tell that he didn't, because he didn't know how to cover up. He didn't know how to hold on. So, yeah, it was a good win for Jerron. Yes. It was a good test at 154. Yes. But let's not get fucking carried away. Just like that thumbnail said. He can do better. He can do way better. But you got to have the right dance partner. All right? You know, he got to have the right dance partner. And the only way he gonna have the right dance partner, Eddie got to get off his ass and get his man some fights. Now, I see all the panel hoppers. I call them panel hoppers, right? Everybody go, panel to panel, hopping on and stuff like that. That's what I call panel hoppers, right? Well, all these panel hoppers going back and forth about what? It's just right there. It's no big deal. All right. He fought a guy that had less fights and less experience than he did. You know. Oh gee, you see where Baccarat responded to Boo's call out? No, I didn't see that. What did he say? All right. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Baccarat, listen. All that sound good, Boo's. Okay? It do. That goes to show you the fighter wants to fight. This goes to show you that Jerron is not scared. This goes to show you that he want all that damn smoke. But see, this is the thing. Would he get that fight? 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 Because Eddie Hearn is one of the most terrible promoters around. And this is the problem that Jerron had. Now, I'm not going to blame Eddie for everything. I'm not going to blame Boots. Yeah, I said it. I'm not going to blame him. Because you made a choice. You had a choice to go that way or that way. And you knew what was over there. You knew what was over there. But you knew what was over there too. See, Eddie didn't have done nothing for Jerron Ennis. Look how long he been signed with him. He's still, and about to go in his 30s, he still hasn't been elevated to that stardom. In other words, where he can pack them in. I mean, there's no way there should be empty seats in there. It was empty seats in there Saturday. And you are from the Mecca of boxing, and that's Philadelphia. Now, I'm not going to, Boots is only 28. Okay, he's 30 years old, okay? All right, 28 means that he's about to be 29, and you got one more year. So he's about to be 30. He's about to be 30. Now, no, Boots, no, don't get me wrong. Boots is special. He's a damn good fighter, John. But let's be honest. He ain't going to get the fights that he wants unless Eddie get off his ass and give it to him. That's what I'm talking about. Now, okay, I'll let Saturday slide, all right, because this is first time in 154. All right, you got to get acclimated to the weight class. Okay, I get that, all right? But what about after now? You shouldn't have to wait another 8-9 months for a fight. You didn't even bust a sweat Saturday. Eddie should be on the phone right now trying to get some shit done. I don't want to see you up there holding the phone like, hey, Oscar, all right, send the contract. No, look, stop trying to show out. Get your ass in there and make some calls. Now, see, John, now, that's the problem, John, right now. That's part of the reason why Boots is in the situation he's in right now. Sometimes you can be too good for your own good. A lot of people don't want to fight Jerron. Now, John is right. A lot of people don't want to fight Jerron because they know, hey, I can't beat this guy. This guy gonna make me look silly or knock me out. And see, that's the thing about it. That's the problem a lot of these fighters have when they're real good. I mean, look, Jerron Henderson, he's got the whole package. He got the whole package. Everybody mentioned Terrence Crawford. Well, he does everything Terrence Crawford do, and I think he's right there with him. But he's younger. He's younger than Crawford and doing what he's doing. Now, I say 30, going on 30, knocking on 30 when he's 28. I get that. So he should be, he should be on the road to undisputed. Because after he said on the press conference, what's up, Nisi? All right, like he said in the press conference, post press conference. Listen, I love 154. I love don't weight, a few pounds. Man, it made me feel good, right? He said I can go in there and I can do my thing, and I'm like, man, okay, cool, all right. So he should be on the road to undisputed. Now he called off some names, and Jermell Charlo was one of those names. Now, Jermell Charlo, that's my guy. All right, I rock with Jermell. But see, Jermell haven't fought in 3 years. Yes, he went undisputed, no problem. All right. Yes, sir. Now, who is this now? Okay, must be a troll. Let me see. You just don't like Eddie, and that's okay. No. It's not that I just don't like Eddie. Eddie don't do his job. I've been watching boxing for I don't know how long. Eddie catered to more of the UK fighters than the American black fighters. All right. Now, the reason why he does that is because he wants to elevate the UK fighters. And the UK fighters said themselves, we get tired of fighting this old Sheffield way. We want to fight American style boxing. And hey, I don't blame him. And Eddie always been a shitty ass promoter. Come on. We ain't blind. That's why he had to sell Matchroom 40% of what his dad worked so damn hard for. His father slaved to make that happen. And what he do? He run off and sell it to Turkey. Why? Because he tried to be like Al Heyman. He tried to, but he couldn't get it right. So he went broke. So what he did was he made a deal with the devil. And that's Turkey. Come on now. Don't play with me. See, I know what I'm talking about. 40% of Matchroom. He sold it. He sold his father's shit. because he couldn't get it right. Now he trying to save face. It should take this damn long to make that young man a star. How long he been with him? He gonna do him just like he did Demetrius Andrade. Yeah. Oh, y'all forgot about that, huh? Y'all forgot about that. Well, let me tell you about that then, since everybody want to act like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He had Demetrius Andrade fight nothing but bombs. Nothing but bombs. And we know Demetrius Andrade is an Olympian and always was number one in the amateurs. Until Rock Nation came along and fucked it up. Yeah, y'all remember that, don't you? Because Demetrius Andrade said he wanted more money because Jamel, the Charlo, will get more than him. Because Al Heyman pay his fighters. He pay what you weigh, baby. That's what he do. But Jay-Z said, no, we just going to pay you this and take it or leave it. So Demetrius Andrade said, I ain't fighting. And so what they do, they put him on the shelf. And they kept him on the shelf. So he couldn't fight nobody. Come on now. Then Eddie got hold to him. And guess what? Damn, there you go. What's up, Champ 11, man? What's going on? Yeah, so they say Eddie, a trash promoter. But Boots don't help himself, but not having a personality fans can see. Well, that too. I was going to get to that. I'm going to get to that, Because, see, Boots is quiet. He's a nice young man. He's quiet, but that shit ain't going to work. Okay? You got to change your whole attitude and stuff. Sell yourself, son. Sell yourself. Now, you don't have to get up there and fight nobody and shit like that and push and all that. Like Devin Haney tried to do. Knowing his ass is, is trash. And he going to try to push somebody. No, he can't punch and he can't take a punch. Let's be honest here. Shit, I told you. You come over here, you don't get the facts. All right? This is an independent channel. All right? The subscribers, they keep this channel running. Not Bill Haney, not Turkey, not none of them. So you don't get the facts over here. Eddie is not the best what he does. Okay, I tell you what, he's the best at talking shit. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Yeah, why you ain't getting no good fights, though? Come on. Really? Could have had Ortiz. What did he do? He blew it. He blew it. Stop. Shit. You must be from the UK. Brian Green here. What's going on, man? Then he had Devin Haney over there. He had Devin Haney on Matchroom, The Zone, whatever. And Devin Haney, what happened to him? Trash. Oh, trash. And then he got with Turkey. And now Devin Haney got PTSD. Is it what we're doing? Now, Deron still got a chance. When Cameron Duncan died, which was his manager at that time, and he was signed to Showtime, not PBC, but Showtime. And when Showtime, said, hey, let's pack it up, let's get the fuck out, right? And that's what they did. Well, he had a choice. He could have went with Stephen Amsterdam over to PBC, but he chose to go to Eddie. Why? Because Eddie talked up a good game. See, Eddie Hearn's like Bill Haney, right? They're talking circles and trying to lose you in that circle, right? That's what they do. They try to talk you in circles. See, the fighter and the gluteus fucking maxima, it sucks. All that other dumb shit, right? The fighter, really, fuck that, right? Talk, man. Listen, we don't get to fight. Can he get the fights he want? See, stuff like that. And then, same with Bill Haney, talking around in circles, go this way, then go that way and trying to lose you. So you got to cut these niggas off that talk like that. Oh, I'm going to say ninja, right? Yeah, but ninja, okay. All right, yeah. Yeah, figure of speech, but, so that's what you need to do. See, people don't want to admit it. Eddie Hearn sucks as a trainer. Now, I tell that to his face. He sucks as a trainer. Who want to see Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks? Who want to see that? See, I don't. See, UK people, they invented boxing over there, but we perfected the bitch. Okay, we perfected it. And we perfected it to the T. We are the #1 in boxing. So, I mean, who wants to see Conor Ben? They're not even the same weight class. They're not even the same weight class. Why? Because they father's fault? Man, please. Man, please. Chris Eubanks Jr., Sr., he wasn't shit. I saw him fight. And we ain't going to talk about Conor Ben. Nigel was a wild type of fighter. That's all he was. And he wasn't shit either. So why are we talking about this? Why Eddie got this fight going? See, this is what's going to happen to Jerron Ennis. He's going to sit around and sit around on the shelf. And then Eddie might get him a fight every blue goddamn moon. That's what's going to happen. What? Man, yeah. I mean, he a drug chief. I mean, nobody believe about that damn egg shit. Ain't nobody believe about that. Yeah, man, please. Man, now he promoting this fight. We don't want to see this fight. Maybe the UK, they think that's they think that's what do you call it, royalty or whatever. That ain't royalty. They son stink and they father stunk. I mean, come on. I'd rather see Ricky Hatton. Shit. Man, but hey, if they like it, I love it. But that's what Eddie does. He put on shit fights. Try to put on shit fights. He need to get a matchmaker. Because Turkey don't know how to do a matchmaker. That's why he's reaching out to Al Heyman. Because he know Al Heyman knows what he's doing. So that's why he's reaching out to him. And that's why Eddie is catering to Turkey. Shit, Eddie is Turkey whooping boy. If you want to, Turkey can lay belt to his ass and make him get in line. That's just how he is. Shit. Let me see. The Mule, okay. It's a troll. Boot versus Conor Ben in UK in the future. Man, please. Are you kidding me? Conor Ben is wild. He's trash. He overthrow his punches. He think, since I'm strong, man, please. Conor Ben is trash. He ain't shit. Please. Man, don't tell nobody else that. People don't even know who Conor Ben is. Man, please. Now, I know you're just messing with me. Because, ain't nobody, come on, everybody know Conor Ben is trash. Ain't nobody even know who he is. I know because I watch boxing. Man. Come on. Let's not do this, all right? Because, see, one thing about this channel, this network, all right, we ain't going to tell no lies here, okay? Now, you're welcome to your opinion, all right? Your opinion duly noted, too. I'm going to give you my opinion. And my opinion is Conor Ben is trash. He got an anger issue. And when he put that in the ring with him, that's why he overthrow his punches. That's why he's all wild and stuff and throw his punches. And he overshoot him. That's why. He comes forward and see one day he going to get himself hurt or knocked out. Because he run in there without being defensive responsible. And somebody going to time him and crack his ass. So, but right now, he gets to get outboxed all the time. That's all. And Eddie get guys like truck drivers. I mean, look at Shakur Stevenson. He fought a guy named Padley. Is that the best you can fucking do, Eddie? Is that the best you can do? Huh? Hell, you could have went by the Mayweather gym and got somebody better than that. He had a damn job. He took a vacation to come fight Shakur and went 9 rounds with his ass. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Please. Listen. Like I was saying, Jerron Ennis, he got the whole package. He got the whole package and some. He got the strength. But he needs some personality, and he needs some name brand fighters. Now, the names that he called out It sound good. Yes, it did. The names that he called off, hey, cool. You know, I love to see them fights. I love to see Charlo and him get in it. You know, Charlo made his bed already. He got undisputed. Now, Gerard, he wants to get undisputed. And it's Jamel's job to make sure he don't. But now, Jamel got to take a tune up. Because he been out for what, 3 years? You know, Kodak Camp, what's going on, man? Remember, Conor Ben saved himself by falling out the ring. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. He's a steroid user, and he's living off his father's name, which is not too bright, you know. I mean, but you have to understand, the UK is not that big. The UK, Texas is bigger than the UK. Texas is bigger than the UK. You know, so the UK is not that big, and that's a country. Texas is a state. Okay. So, but yeah, what's going on, Rick? Yes, sir. OG, can Mel Charlo still make 154? Yeah, he still can make it. They don't gain weight like that. All right. No, some people just meant to be small, like Floyd, like Tank or whatever. You know, well, Tank he can blow up though, this way. But the Charlos, they always meant to be thin, kind of. You know, you can tell. Maul, Big Charlo, he's tall and lanky. You know, you can put on a little bit of muscle or whatever, but they never had problem with weight. You know, never. You know, but yeah, Maul. Matter of fact, Jamel called out on Boots. He put that line out there with the boots in his mouth and a eagle flag, you know, and he wanted to fight. You know, he wanted to make it happen. You know, so yeah. Okay, he's trolling. So now, so Boots, you know, he needs somebody. We already know about Vergil Ortiz, all right, but it's some other fighters down there and up there. I'm gonna say up there, because 154 is deep. It is deep. 147 used to be the glamour division, right? But it's not now. Okay, I think 154 is the glamour division. Now 147. Now Brian Norman and Devin Haney. That's a good fight. Now I'm gonna get into that in a minute, though. All right, so we'll get into that in a minute. But 147 got some great fighters. They got some great fighters down there. And Conor Ben is not even in the top 10. Okay. Anyway, so Boots, he said they're good weight. Now it's up to Eddie, man. I'm sorry, you know, or if Eddie don't do nothing, you know, I know Boots ain't gonna do this, but if Eddie, you know, if he ain't giving you the fights you want, man, ask him, can you leave? Ask him, can you get out of the contract? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And salute to the Johnson family, man. Yes, sir. Them some good brothers over there, man. That's a good family over there, you know. And I appreciate them always. You know, they always tuning in and everything. So I appreciate them. The Cardenas, what's going on? But like I was saying, once again, Boots need to ask Eddie, listen, I want this fight. I want this fight next. You know, just tell him what you want. And then, of course, Eddie going to do what he wants. Now, if he don't give you what you want, I mean, it's time to go, man. You know, but I know Eddie's not going to let you out of his contract, out your contract. You know, because that's just Eddie. Because, Eddie, you said, and I repeat again, you said, why this guy not a star? Why this guy not a star? You know, I mean, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Right? Well, no, listen, mate. Okay, listen. You say you're going to make him a star. But you haven't made him a star yet. When are you going to make him a star? No, I'm waiting on it. Yes, he said a tune-up. Okay, that's over with now. He had that tune-up Saturday. And that's why I tell you, now I don't get so high and mighty over that fight Saturday. He's supposed to do that. He's supposed to do that. That's what a fighter's supposed to do of that statue. Because he got the goods. He got everything. And what he did, he went in there and made him look stupid. First round, no, less than 3 minutes, he got him out of there. That's what he's supposed to do. Now, okay, you at 154 now. Now, your next fight should be like this. Next one should be like this. Next one should be like this. And you should keep on moving up. And then get into that eliminating, baby, then bam, you fighting for undisputed, or you're a unified champion. And make it happen. Make it happen. Because 154, he can beat Fondor. That's hands down. He can beat Fondor. Fondor is tall. What he 6'7", 6'7", whatever. He should have been playing basketball, but okay, he like boxing. Now, some Fondor can fight on the outside, put that stick out there, or he can fight inside. Keep them uppercuts going like he did Lubin. But still in all, Boots is so athletic that it doesn't matter. Because what Boots is what 5'6", something like that. So all you gotta do is use his athleticism, you know, southpaw or orthodox, don't matter, and use his angle, get downstairs through the body, start chopping that tree down. You know, go downstairs, go bam, bang that body, bang that liver, bang them kidneys, baby. That's what he need to do. He can beat Fondor. Now, I don't see the landscape. The landscape is not there where he can pretty much, somebody can pretty much give him a run for his money, except maybe Vergil or Cheese or someone like that. And I think that would have been a good run for him, Vergil or Cheese. Yeah, Boots versus Bud is the fight to make. No, Bud is not going back down, John. Sorry, bro. He said no. No, he said no way. He said no way. Matter of fact, I read it off before I left. I read it off before I read it off when I started. No, Terence Crawford is not fighting Boots. And Terence Crawford, he's doing the right thing. He's not gonna go all the way back down to 154. And he's doing the right thing. Look, Terence Crawford will be 40 years old. He's fighting a young man that's hungry. Terence ain't stupid. I'm not saying that Boots can beat him, but he's just not stupid. Because he won $100 million or he's gonna retire. Well, sorry now, because you're not gonna get that. Because see, you don't bring nobody in. It's all about making profit. Now, Turkey, he might do, because Turkey don't care about profit. Now, that's why he's trying to talk to Al Heyman. How you doing this, Al? How you can make this profit like this? What are you doing? What I'm doing wrong? Same thing 50 Cent Promotion did wrong. Same thing Triller did wrong. Same thing Rock Nation did wrong. Same thing DAZN and Mushroom did wrong. All y'all got to do is talk to the man. But besides talking to the man, y'all try to sue the black man. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all remember Bob Aaron? Yeah. See, they couldn't compete. So what you do? You take them to court. You call 12. That's what you do. And which they lost. All right? So, now, one thing about it, like I said, Crawford, first of all, he's not going to fight David Benavidez. That already been established. I talked to Samson. They said, no way. He's just too little. All right? Because David's a big dude. All right? He's fighting 175. And he's not going back down. Now, only time he was going to go down was for Canelo. And Canelo, you saw how he don't want to fight him. Because Canelo knew what was going to happen. Because Canelo knew he was going to get his ass whooped. That's why. You know, so, I mean, it is what it is. Now, of course, Terence Crawford, he's not going to fight Boots. All right? My man, Eugene Johnson. And that chance. Oh, all right. I appreciate you, brother. All right. I appreciate the Johnson Crowning, man. They're always supporting KQ, man. I really appreciate that. All right. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. So, but let's talk about this. Okay. And this is Brian Norman and Devin Haney. Now, anybody got any great thoughts on Boots? Because I'm quite sure we'll go back to that. Okay. All right. So now, listen, you got to be realistic, son. Okay. Terence Crawford is older, and Terence Crawford's not going to get that big like Usyk. Usyk is too big for Terence Crawford right now. I don't care how much money he's going to make. It's not going to happen. Terence Crawford is not going up to cruiserweight. He's not going up to heavyweight. No, listen, we got to start being honest. We got to be a fan of the sport and not the fan of the boxer. Okay? Terence already made his stance. His team already made their stance. They already made what's clear. They already said what's going to happen. He's going to stay at 168. Now, of course, if someone want to fight him at 168, they're welcome, but he won $100 million. Now, Turkey never cared about profit, so he might throw him that bone. I don't know. But asking Al Heyman, how do you make profit? Then, okay, maybe not. He offered him $50 million. And Terence said, no, why I got to give $50 million? I want $100 million. And Gervonta Davis, he's making $150 million on an exhibition. So that goes to show you something. That goes to show you something. He's a great fighter. He got all the hardware. But see, he don't have the fans. He don't have the fans. That haven't changed. That haven't changed at all. That's why he don't say it that much. He always say, they said, I was scared. And they also said, you don't sell. Now, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. But listen, he did the right thing. You know, he's undisputed 3 times. I mean, you know, and he should be getting paid. But I keep on telling you all, you got boxing. You got the business of boxing. And right now, the business of boxing, where this sport is watered down now, the business of boxing is taking over on boxing. It got to make sense, right? Y'all know the old cliche. If it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. You see? It don't make sense to make dollars. And now TKO boxing coming in. There's no more Riyadh season. It's TKO boxing and Zuffa boxing. See, the Crown Prince over there. See, y'all do some reading and research, and y'all know this. All right? The Crown Prince over there saying, listen, no more money coming out that PIF fund. No more. No more. That's it. So they came up with TKO boxing. Dana White is a cheap-ass Dana White, skinhead Dana White. Y'all know from the MMA that don't pay the guys nothing, right? Well, he's taking over TKO boxing. He are bringing in amateurs or some fighters that can't get a promotion deal, and he going to pretty much make slaves out of them. Yes, sign over their likeness, sign over their career, because it's a 10-year contract or more, and pay them $150 per round. Wow. Now, Turkey going back over there and stay. All right? And stay. Because, see, they was going to build up that infrastructure over in Dubai. Because they were trying to make that more westernized. But Riyadh season, no. Now, it might last for maybe another 6 months or something like that. But Riyadh season is going away. Y'all got to read more than goddamn boxing scene. Y'all got to read more than goddamn boxing 24. All right? And when I say do research, you do your research. All right? You research. I bet y'all don't even know what Turkey did over there. I bet y'all know nothing about his past. I bet y'all don't. I bet you all don't. And I'm talking about the ones that knew in the chat today. Let's see. But see, people like me, they try to suppress me, Bernard, and guys that's really going to tell y'all the truth. You know. But that's okay. I'm going to say it anyway. All right, Tutu. Y'all even know they called Turkey Tutu over there, did you? Nah, y'all didn't know that. You know, y'all know is what he wants y'all to see. That's all. Y'all want to know is, oh, he got money. He got money. But see, you can't throw money and lose money and throw money again and lose money. Throw money again and lose money. Every millionaire, every billionaire don't like to lose money. They like to make money. That's their MO. That's what they do. That's who they are. And you think Turkey was going to do that forever? Everybody ran over there for that goddamn EBT card. Yeah. Everybody ran over there for that EBT card. Man, Yeah, all money ain't good money. You damn right, Nisi. You damn right. Now they starting to find out now. I mean, y'all remember when he said the promoters, I can lock them up in Alcatraz and throw away the key. That was then right there. I said, oh shit. Now he's playing his cards now. Now he's about to deal. All right? Yeah, he about to deal them out, baby. Yeah, uh-huh. What we playing? What we playing, huh? We playing space? What we playing? All right, no reneging. All right, come on. Right. Yeah, yeah. And now everybody don't want to deal with Turkey no more now. Also have coked out. Bob said, hey, hell no. And Eddie, he got to do it because he owed money. So, I mean, what we doing here? So he looked around and said, hey, Al Heyman's the only one. And they said this on his network. They said this on his network, Ring Magazine. Al Heyman should be in the Hall of Fame. This man did not ask for a handout. This man did not do nothing but send his fighters over there if they need help. And he still made a profit out for them. Do your research, guys. Do your research, man. It's all there in black and white. What's up, Perceivable Mac? What's going on? To fight him, then Bud might be more light. Yeah, to fight him, then Bud might be more light. Yeah, you know, what's going on, Perceivable Mac? Let's see what you said up here. He said, salute, OG. If Bud was probably more fan-friendly and actually won his undisputed titles by actually beating a whole division, that's what I'm talking about. I said that the other day. That's what I'm talking about. Whole division instead of waiting until an opponent who worked to get all of that. God damn it, that's what I said. What did I say the other day, y'all? I said everybody do all the heavy lifting. He come in and fight one fight and become undisputed. A la Earl Spence, a la Canelo Alvarez. That's not undisputed. You got to do what Jamel Charlo did. He went step by step by step by step. He even had to rematch Tony Harrison. He had to rematch Brian Castano. And he became undisputed. He went through the whole goddamn division. And then he was crowned undisputed. That's how you become undisputed. You don't get a goddamn belt from Amazon Prime and get it delivered like Devin Haney. Hello. Yeah. You know, come on. You got Buttercup. Yeah. So Terrence, you know, he keep on forgetting about the business side. Yes, you a great fighter. Yes, you know, you do all the things that a great fighter should do. But see, you keep on forgetting about the business side. In order for you to get paid like that, now Turkey, you might get away with it. But the other promoters, we got to look and see what your numbers was last fight. We got to see how many people that you packed in here last time. We got to see how many tickets you sold. So, all right, you know, that's how you get your money. That's how you get paid. That's how you make the millions, the 100 millions, the 50 millions. Why you think Tank making 150 million? Because he's swagger, because he's likable, because he's outspoken. You see? You know, I mean, and maybe because the knockouts too. You know, they factor all that in. They factor all that in. And nothing has changed since he beat Canelo. Only thing that changed is that he's a 3-time undisputed champion. I mean, what we talking about here? I mean, this is boxing. This is how they got this shit watered down now. You know, so, I mean, come on. Low down, gather. What's going on? And make sure everybody hit the like button, all right? We at 63 and we climbing. All right? Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. KQ, Crawford like Captain Hook. He wait until you dig up all the treasure, and then he come and take it after you do all the work. I remember that Captain Hook when I was a young lad. All right, yeah, I remember that. I remember Robin Hood too. Take from the rich, give to the poor. You know, but yeah, I said that, Perceivable Mac, that you know, I would like to see him like 168. If you're gonna fight there, like you say you're gonna fight there, or whatever. And what I think, he gonna drop the belts. Okay, he gonna drop the belts, and maybe he got maybe a year left in boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Crawford, 40 years old. He's alluding to it now, because all he's doing is now looking for a payday. No, don't fall for that. I want to be great shit. No. He want to be richer. All right, he's already rich, but he want to be richer. Okay, I appreciate if you just say that. All right, Ken says the Bud Crawford era. Yes, it is. I would say that. Yes, it is. But you can't say he's the face of boxing, though. I think somebody said that the other day. No, he's not. And I just explained it. But yeah, he's a great fighter. And I won't say the Bud Crawford era, because different eras and different people still got to they change every era. Okay. And you can't overlook a lot of fighters, not only Bud. Yes, he's a 3-time undisputed champion. Yes. But I mean, think about it. That's all. Now, for this to be the Bud Crawford era, you got to do more than that. Floyd did more than that. Matter of fact, Devontae Davis has done more than that, as far as paydays, knockouts, things like that. Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's more easier to walk into one fight and become champion, undisputed rather. Besides getting it from the mud. Like most fighters do, and work and knock them out and become champions. All right. So let's just say he had an easy route to undisputed. I wouldn't even call it a route. He had an easy walk to the next block. That was easy. All you had to do was fight one person, became undisputed. All right. What's up, Kenny? What's going on, Kenny? New face in here. All right. Boots and Ortiz need to get a belts this year. Damn right. The damn fight so Bud can become 4-time undisputed. Nah, Bud is not going that way, Kenny. All right. Bud is gonna stand at 168. They're not gonna go up to 168 to meet Bud. That's just out the question. Boots love 154. He said the other night. He's gonna be there for a while. Nah. Bud, he's knocking on 40, and like he said, he ain't gonna have too many fights left. So I don't think it will happen. I just don't. Boots is young. He's younger. Brother Ortiz is younger. They should be fighting. But nah. Bud need, if you're gonna stay there, okay, go there and fight Vitervia. Go there and fight Bivol. All right, do that. But I don't think he'll do it either. What I think, he's gonna drop the belts. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna drop the belts and call it a day. That's why that's why Bernie the Boxer is saying that, listen, we're not going back down. All right, we're not going back down. And we are not about to fight David Benavidez. And I know what it is. Right, there you go. But yeah, he's gonna go fight Shiraz. I think that's what Turkey got set up for him. He's gonna fight Shiraz. Shiraz is a big dude. Listen, Turkey don't like Crawford. I'm gonna be honest with you. He just don't like him. I can tell. Yes, he won, but Bud wrecked all the plans. For Turkey. Turkey had it all mapped out, and he thought Canelo was gonna run over Bud. And so Canelo pretty much still got his fan base. Canelo still kind of the face of boxing. He got a whole country behind him. All the people when he fought, that was Canelo crowd. That wasn't Bud crowd. That was Canelo crowd. So Turkey, he don't care for Bud. He don't care for Devin Haney. Devin Haney is still an undercard fighter. And so Turkey, he loved Canelo. So he's trying to, and this is not my words. This is Bernie the Boxer. This is Vomac words. Turkey's trying to make us lose Turkey is trying to control us with his money. Those were their words, not KQ's. Okay? Now, Ramon Stuffer. All right? Did you say something? Something Night Rider was telling me. He said, you said something. I can't remember what it was. Something being smart. Right? I'm going to find out what it was. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Bud want 100 million to fight again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I went over that. Yeah, he do. He want 100 million to fight again. And yeah, if it was anybody except Turkey, and he ain't getting it. Because see, when you get that type of money, they gotta look and see what you did at the gate, what you did at the how many butts you put in the seats. Yeah, the accolades, that's good, that's great, but will he make us a profit? Now, Turkey, he didn't care about profit till now. All right. You say, yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I mean, I don't know what to say about Bud. Can he beat Shiraz? I don't know. But Turkey want him to lose. He wants him to lose. He wanted him to beat Canelo, beat him. He thought Canelo was going to beat him. That's why he was putting together this fight right behind their noses. No, he wanted Canelo to fight Shiraz. As a matter of fact, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Because watch what Turkey do. Watch this next move. And if Chan's going to stick around for another year, let's see what happens. But as far as 100 million, I don't think he's going to get that. No, he'll never get that. Because, see, like I told y'all before, millionaires run out of money. Millionaires run out of money sooner or later. What's going on, John Quinn? What's going on, Jermaine? 19, man. Good to see you. All right. Yes, sir. Jermaine, talk to me, man. You said, "Boy, want 100 million. He going to have to fight who Turkey want him to fight, and that's Benavidez or Bivol." Yes, Jermaine. But Benavidez already said, I talked to Sampson also, they're not fighting Bud. They're not fighting Bud, and Bud said, no, they're not fighting David. David's too big, and Sampson said, Bud is too small. And so that fight is not going to happen. Now, David, don't care how much money he offers. David just said, no, he's too small. That would be embarrassing. That was the exact words, embarrassing. But I think he's going to be Shiraz. He's not going back down to fight no Boots or nobody like that. No, he's not. He don't even get Boots a satisfaction. And Boots is young and hungry. Anything can happen. I'm not saying he can beat him. I'm just saying anything can happen. Yeah, do Shiraz like that. Yeah. Turkey thinks Shiraz can beat everybody on the planet. He is a big guy. Yeah. And you're right, OJ. Turkey want Bud to lose to Snake. He said, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he thought he was going to beat Canelo. I mean, Canelo going to beat him. Then he going to try to make that fight with Canelo and Shiraz. And so, no, he don't like Chance. I mean, he played the part. He act the part. But he's not about the part. That's what it is. So, but Benavidez said Canelo would have to come up to 175 to fight him. Yeah. At first, Benavidez was agreeing to go down to 168 to fight Canelo, and now, no, he said he's not coming back down. He's gonna fight at 175. He's comfortable at 175, and that's where he's gonna fight at and defend that. And he wants to go undisputed there. And now Bivol got back surgery here in rehab now, but you got Viterbi out there, So let's see what happens. Cause David been getting the shaft, man. Ever since he been climbing that ladder, making noise, he been getting the shaft. So now it's time for David just do. It's time for him to get his. All right. Now, if Bivol, if he's come back too late, no, goddamn it, just strip him. All right, or whatever. All right, but Viterbi, look, make that fight, make it happen. All right, he don't want to fight, take it to a purse bid. You know, I mean, David need his just due because he fight anybody, and that's why I call him a throwback fighter. All right, because he fights anybody that you put in front of him. Anybody. Now, you're gonna see in this Anthony Yard fight. Anthony Yard, you know, is just pretty much a guy with muscles. And I keep telling y'all, stop lifting weights. Fighters don't need to bench press. Now, the little weights you put in your hand to make you faster, okay, I get that. All right, you can use that a little bit. But bench pressing, that's why Anthony Yard run out of gas at the later part of the rounds. So that's what I think, you know. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's that's how I see it, you know. So, but lifted weights, okay. Yeah, Bud lifted weight, yeah. Bud lifted everything. He lifted Snack too, okay. Now I'm not saying he did anything wrong or nothing, but Snack, I told you, you know, vitamins and stuff like that, and he put on a lot of muscle at that age. That's not natural. You 40 years old almost, and you putting all that muscle on at that stage of your life. Not fat, but muscles. You know, same with Devin Haney. You know, Bomac said itself. Bud been boiling down for the longest. You know, and this is not only Bud, there's a lot of fighters. I don't like this shit. I don't like it. All they doing is boiling down, fight, and kind of like weight bullying. That's all it is. Weight bullying. Yeah. Turkey. Wait, hold on. He said if Turkey Alashiki, Jive Turkey, wants Bud versus Bibble, it will happen. Bud won't turn down $100 million. Yeah, Bud won't get $100 million either, Kenny. He won't get $100 million either because he's trying to find out. Ask Al, how can you get? He asking Al, how can I get $100? I mean, he asking Al, how can I get a profit? You know, start making profit because you're getting tired of going broke. You're getting tired of not getting no profit. Put it that way, not going broke because he's not going broke. All right, he's not going broke. So. Okay, I see it. Okay. Yeah, my daughter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's how I see it. Turkey act like he yeah, that's degrading cause and this don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I ain't let another grown man sit there and hold my hand. I'm not. I don't care how much I want his money. I don't care how much, no. Yeah, and I'm not doing that. Because I think when Bud was chasing Canelo, he presented like he was kind of desperate, right? Like, I ain't trying to say desperate. Don't go run with this shit, right? Y'all like to run with shit, right? But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he was just wanting it so bad, right? And Turkey knew that. So Turkey said, okay, I got him by the ball. Yeah. So, and Bud was so nice to Canelo. They was so nice, they was boring. I mean, the promotion sucked. And they had dinner and shit. And, I mean, that was laughable. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying, I mean, you had one girl on there promoted. She had tight jeans on and shit. Don't forget, and buy your tickets. You can sit next to Dana White. I'm like, what the hell was that? Was that the promotion? God damn, man. But anyway, get back to Gerard Ennis. I can't wait to see what's next for him. Okay, I would love to see him put up and shut up everybody else. And yes, I can see right now he's not gonna be that outspoken type of fighter. Let me say that. He ain't gonna be like a Muhammad Ali talking that shit. He ain't gonna be like Tank Davis talking that ish. He ain't gonna be like an Adrian Broner. That would sell fights and that would draw people into your fights. Okay? That would put you on notice. You say certain shit, right? Now, like Bill Haney. Bill Haney is a grown ass man in a kid's body. Because, see, for one, he said something about Brian Norman. I think it's his auntie or his sister, and she died of cancer. Now, that's unforgivable. I would have to beat your ass on Bill if I saw you. I don't give a fuck. We in the ring, and they're giving instructions to my son and your son. I would beat your ass because, see, some things you just don't say. I get that you want to sell a fight and this and that. No. But you don't have to go that deep. You don't have to. I mean, you getting personal now. Now, of course, Brian Norman could have said, "Yeah, well, you got your bottom hole you married because she's white, and since you was a pimp, right? So that's your bottom hole, right? That you married. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's what Brian Norman could have said or something like that. But he don't know too much about Bill like that. But Bill, no, that's unforgivable. That's unforgivable. And that's the problem with Devin. See, Devin got to go out there and perform what his father got his ass into. You see? And now Brian Norman Jr. is out to just for blood now. He's out just to beat his ass as hard as he can. But that also can throw you off mentally. Mentally wise, they're going to throw you off. See, this is what I mean. Bill Haney got to stop and sit down and act his age. And stop getting your son into shit. Let your son speak for himself. Last time I checked, your son was grown. So, but they've been mighty quiet lately. So maybe they work on the game plan. Now, we're gonna go back to everything I went over if I want to. Now, Bill Haney. Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley, y'all know, said, I don't see no path for Devin. I don't see no path for victory for Devin. Oh, no, I don't see it. But then he turned around and said, I think I see a path of victory. Now, he don't see no path of victory. You know what he's trying to do? All he's trying to do is get a job with Turkey. That's all. For everybody that was on that ESPN crew, they got jobs. They got jobs working with Turkey. And they brought in Max Kellerman, the biggest fraud it ever been. The same fraud that got fired from HBO. The same fraud that got fired from ESPN. The same fraud that he think he know about boxing, football, and basketball. And he don't know about neither one of them. So that's the Max Kellerman they hired. Now, Tim Bradley, he was too outspoken. He was too outspoken on ESPN. And what I mean by that, y'all, is he was too outspoken on the broadcast, the referees, the judges. Sometimes, you gotta shut your black ass up. Because you on them folks' platform. They're millionaires and billionaires. And ESPN don't need you or boxing. And they already showed you that now. So people don't forget. It's called burning bridges. And that's what he did. He burnt bridges. He burnt bridges with any other program out there. Now, he might get a job at BLK Prime, but hell, shit, they only got about $1,000 budget. So he don't get no job over there. So, to make ends meet, what he's doing now is a YouTube. He's doing what I'm doing now. That's what he's doing. My, oh my, how the mighty have fall. And now, he think he's going to make a career out of it. He think Turkey going to give him a job because now he's trying to support everything Turkey is trying to do. Now everything Turkey is doing is just great because everybody else left him from ESPN and went over to the zone. Now, and then this goes to show you something. All y'all Devin Haney fans, y'all talked about Ryan Garcia. Y'all talked about Ryan Garcia with that damn little minute usher in his system. And he's still bigger than Devin. He's still bigger than Devin. They ain't asked Devin to come on and be a co-host. They asked Ryan to. Let me tell you why. Listen up, Jerron. Listen up, Terrence. Because he has charisma. That's why. He's a social media type of guy. He's young. Some people think he's handsome. Things like that. Pause. All right? So, that is, he's selling himself. He's selling himself. Now, Boots is a good fighter. Tan's a good fighter. But they both got different qualities, and it's not fan-friendly. You know, so, and like everybody was running with that narrative that Tan's got shot in the head. That was the biggest damn lie since Santa Claus. That man was standing outside the door. That man was running to his car and got shot through the hat. And went through the hat and went out somewhere else. He didn't get shot in the head. I mean, I don't know who put that lie out, but I'm glad he corrected it, you know, and I'm glad he did that because I sure was doing it before he did it because I know the story, you know, so, but I'm just, you know, just putting it out there for y'all. That's all. Bill will be on the white and yeah. Well, yeah, you know, I just don't see. Listen, and sometimes I hate, and I'm gonna get into Paulie too. Because everything everybody do nowadays, especially Dante Boxing Nation, all right, his fat ass, he's sitting there. Everything is about black and white. Everything is not black and white. Everything is not about racism. All right? It's not. Yes, it's racism in this world. Yes, it's racism in boxing. Yes, it is. But it's not everything. Not everything about the skin, the color of your skin. It's not. Yeah. Well, Josh, you know what? It's funny, but AB did. You know, he embarrassed Paulie. See, Paulie is another one. Paulie is another one that can join Bill Haney with talking bullshit. All right? Yeah, he got the gift of gab, but gift of gab of bullshit. He talk around in circles too. He go back that way, make it sound good, right? But when you figure it out, you part the goddamn Red Sea, then you know he's full of shit. He's full of shit, just like Bill Haney is, or just like Eddie Hearn is. They try to use that fast talk shit on you, and you got to decipher it and find out, oh, he bullshit. He bullshitting. Remember I told y'all, everybody want to sound so fucking smart. Like I told y'all, this dude comes sitting there saying, oh man, I work in the internal distribution department. Yes, I do this. Oh, motherfucker, you saw it mail, right? Now, that's sort of mail. But see, this is what these guys do. They're trying to use big words to substitute the minute thing they do. Internal distribution department. Okay, that's the mail department, nigga. All right, come on, stop. Man, please. Man. Yeah. He talking about white girl also not. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you were saying. Wait, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, be on that white girl and yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, white girl. Okay, that's what you talking about. Okay. Let's say that then. Man, come on, say that, man. Y'all know, come on, man. Yeah, sort mail. Yeah, JD. Yeah, I mean, internal distribution department, right? That's sorting fucking mail, dude. Come on. I worked and retired from a bank. Not, I want no damn teller, nothing. But they say, man, look, go ahead and send that to the internal distribution department so you can go off today. Right? And I knew what the shit meant. You can't fool me with that shit. Man, I'm an educated asshole. All right, G, what's going on, man? Man, all right, we got a lot of people in here today, man. Smash the like button for KQ. All right, smash the cash app, smash the super chat, baby. All right, hit the super chat. All right, show some love for the grind, baby, because we grinding. All right, we've been grinding, man, all weekend. All right, and make sure y'all go check out the Morning After Show. Me and Knockout, we had a great show yesterday. All right, and of course, the fights was pretty good Saturday. Of course, the main event kind of ended kind of fast. But the co-main event, man, them guys, man, heavyweight, they ain't ready for no Usyk or nobody else shit. But anyway, what's up, RJ, G? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Marquis? Yes, sir. Wouldn't mind seeing Crawford fight Jamel Charlo. Yeah, they got a lot of bad blood. They got a lot of bad blood there. But now Crawford's up there 168. And he don't want to fight Jamel, and Jamel don't want to fight him. Jamel want to fight Boots now, and Crawford, like I said, I had read this off earlier. I don't know what I did with it, but listen, Crawford don't want that 154 anymore. He don't want to fight nobody at that weight class now, because he's gonna have to go all the way down, and it's easy to go up then go down. So that's how it's gonna be. But yeah, so Crawford had an attitude. I read it off, but now I probably got rid of it. But he had an attitude about all Terence Crawford fans, Errol Spence fans. Now they are Boost fans, and now everybody jumping on Boost. What do you say? Sack. Other words, listen, you just paranoid, dude. You just paranoid, and this what makes certain people like, look, dude, look. When you do great, and when you are great, you just don't sit there and try to brag about it and go at everybody. Now, I'm a Tank fan big time, but we keep it honest on this channel. Tank is the same damn way. Tank is the same way. If he catch you saying something about him, he want to go in on you. Well, you are just a fan with your opinion. That's your opinion. And he should respect it just like you should respect his opinion. So, look, ain't nobody, I keep it down the middle over here. I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's one thing I do. I keep it down the middle. And Tank is the same way, like I said. I mean, yes, I'm a big Tank fan. I'm a big Jamel Charlo fan. But I didn't like when he went up there to fight Canelo. You weren't trying to be great. Again, you were trying to be rich. And guess what? You got that bag and you was off for 3 damn years. Now you coming back. And you want to fight the best of the best. Same with Keith Thurman. Now, let me get into this. All right, let me see my man Herman Brooks say. All right, okay, my man Herman. What's going on, Herman? My father, man, voice is deep, man. You ever heard of James Earl Jones? Well, his voice is deeper than that. Yeah. So what's going on here? Boost anti-climax fighting they can. See, that's what I mean, Herman. See, that's what I mean. That was a tune-up, right? Boost got to do better than that, right? I mean, that's why I said let's not fucking get carried away. He did a great job. He got him out in the first round, and I think he got the goods. I know he got the goods to be a undisputed champion, a unified champion to an undisputed champion. And yes, he got the good. But you know what? It's on Eddie. Eddie got to make sure he get those fights. He got to get those fights with names. God damn it. Name the names, damn it. And that's what Eddie got to do. He got to stop sitting there catering to more of the UK fighters than the US fighters. Now, if you can't make this man a star like you say you can, then get him out of his contract. Let somebody else do it. Then. Because see, one thing about Boost Ennis, all right? Man, I mean, we can talk about this today, but listen, one thing about Jerron Boost Ennis, he got every accolade it is to be a great fighter. But you need to use that against somebody that got the same accolades, or at least close to it. Lima had no business in there with Jerron Saturday. He didn't have no business in there. He never fought nobody like that at that level. Come on now. No. He should have been fighting better competition. Now, I get it. That was his debut at 154. All right? Yeah, but still, he still should have had better competition than that. You know? Man. Yes, sir. Okay, Rich, he said, KQ, you was the same person who said Crawford wasn't looking to win. No, I did not. I said Crawford wasn't trying to be great. He was trying to be richer. That's what I said. Yeah, I'm saying it again. He wasn't trying to be great. He was trying to be richer. And he did. He got that bag. Now he wants some more. He was just looking for a payday. Yes, he did. Yes, he was looking for a payday. That's right. Now he won. Now he won another payday, $100 million, which he probably won't get because the numbers don't lie. He's undisputed, like I said. See, I stand on my shit. All right. Now, like I said, once again, he's undisputed. He's great inside the ring. But outside the ring, a lot of people, he don't have a fan base. Okay? He don't put asses in the seats like that. He don't sell tickets like that. All right? So numbers don't lie. And trust me, they keep up with him. So only one they're going to ever give him that type of money is Turkey. And I doubt Turkey give it to him too now. Since he's reaching out to Al Heyman and asking Al, how is he doing making a profit? And he can't make no profit. Because every fight that Turkey put on, he lost goddamn money. He lost money on it. And I'm going to say it once again. We don't need no car giveaway. We don't need no damn MMM up there shaking his ass. All right? We don't need no trip to Dubai. Because we can't afford the hotels anyway over there. So goddamn it, listen, all we need is a hot dog and a goddamn beer and watch some good boxing. That's all we need. That always worked in the past and it should work now in the future. Come on now. Shit. I don't bite my tongue for nobody. This is an independent channel. I don't work for DAZN. I don't work for Bill Haney. I don't work for Turkey. All right? I work for my subscribers. Shit. No, I still stand on that. Win, lose, or draw, he getting a payday. He want a payday. He don't want to be great. Come on now. Everybody know that. Man, all these guys. And I'm not going to say just Terrence Crawford. And look, Tank is getting $150 million. $150 million for an exhibition. For an exhibition. $150 million for an exhibition. Now tell me he want to be great or he want to be richer. And y'all better not tell me y'all would say, he trying to be great. Y'all better not say that. You know. Come on. What's going on? Ryan Walker, what's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a while. You good? Yeah, he said Turkey is bleeding money. Yeah, he is. That's why he's reaching out to Al. Yeah, he is not managing the resources he has effectively. Right? He's just throwing money after, money after money. No. A fool and his money will soon part. DAZN just got another $547 million investment to bail them out. Turkey lose some money. Yeah. Okay, I see somebody been doing their homework. Okay. We got one to do their homework. Okay. Yeah, and I knew this day was going to come. I told everybody. They ran over there. Everybody except PBC and Tank and everybody else. They ran over there for an EBT card, a handout, and now it's running out. It's running out now. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, good, man. Hey, man. Hey, make that money, man. Don't let that money make you, bro. All right? Make that money, man. Don't let that money make you. So, but like I say, Terrence, he might have won, whatever, but I still say what I say. He want that bag. He wanted that bag. And that's the facts. Now, as far as him winning, Canelo just underestimated him. And Turkey did too. Turkey wanted Canelo to win. Now, Canelo thought it was easy breezy. Is that his power can pretty much. So what Terrence did was, I'm not gonna say he ran. All right, a lot of people say he ran, but he did a lot of lateral movement, right, to try to get Crawford tired out. Basically, it was a game plan. That's what he did. He, went this way, running this way, then stopped, blah blah blah. Got back on his bike, going down that trail like Peter Cottontail, right? And so he stood there for maybe a couple seconds and trade with him. Then he got back out on his bike once again. And Canelo was inspecting that. Why? Because Canelo got slow feet. And of course, Canelo's not on his toes like that. So he cut off the rein good, but then Crawford move again. He'll move again. He'll move again. He'll move again. So now Crawford thought he could beat him anyway, regardless of the money. But it's all about the payday. It's all about the payday. Ain't nobody gonna tell me different. Because now I know for a fact, because now he wants 100 million. Right? Now, of course, Bernie the boxer. This is Team Crawford now. This is Bomac. Team Crawford now. They said, and I quote and unquote, Turkey's trying to control us with his money. And we don't want nothing less than 100 million. Okay? Now, that could be like baiting him in or whatever, or negotiating, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's all about the money. It's all about the business. That's all it is. As soon as y'all realize that these guys are human, and it's nothing wrong with it. Y'all may like something wrong with it or something, but these guys are human, and they get in boxing for the money. For the money. That's what they get in boxing for. Yeah. Yeah, Ramon. Yeah. Earl Spence was Crawford's biggest payday, thanks to Al Heyman. Okay. And then go like Earl planned it. Earl was high or something. I don't know what was wrong with him that night. But Crawford got the win. And I know Crawford thought about it. What he gonna do next? And because you couldn't talk that payday at that time. Right? Earl was the biggest draw and this and that. But then of course you got the idea of going up there to 168 and fighting Canelo. Because Terrence Crawford, a lot of these guys, let me explain this to y'all. A lot of these guys, they blow up anyway. They blow up and then go down and boil down. Bomac said this, and I don't know if it slipped or what, but he said, look, Terrence been boiling down for years. Whoa. Did he really say that? That's what I was saying myself. Did he really say that? And yes, he did. And Devin Haney been doing it too, blowing down. I mean, he blew down so low that when he got ready to fight with George Cambosa, he looked like a crackhead. He looked just like a crackhead. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, who is that? And that's Devin Haney. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with him? That's what I was saying. What is wrong with him, right? And then the next day, man, like that happened to him. And that's that snack shit. That's that snack shit. I'm telling y'all right now. And I believe that snack is the generic form of the real shit. It don't go over that line. It don't go over that drop dirty line. Now, of course, you can say it enhance your skills. But if you're good anyway, you don't need that shit. That's what I always say. If you're good, why do you need snack? If you're good and you very athletic, like Jerron Ennis, then why do you need snack? But come to find out, he was snack. Jerron, And shout out to my man, Rod Walker, baby. All right, appreciate you, man. All right, I appreciate you. And that cash app. Oh, app. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ramon said, we know he got paid per view money. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Terrence? Yeah, they negotiated. You talking about with who you talking about, with Earl Spence or Who you talking about? Earl Spence. Right. You talking about with Earl Spence. Because Crawford, they want pay-per-view. But see, Earl Spence, he gave up pay-per-views where the big money come from. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Rod. Oh, yeah. That's why a lot of big fights, they go pay-per-view. Now, sometimes you can get carried away. Like this Keith Thurman and Fundora, I think it was too much for pay-per-view. Now the fight is not happening. And I just want to say, everybody that chipped in for the pay-per-view, don't worry. It's going to go to the next pay-per-view. Okay? We're still getting a pay-per-view. Okay? Matter of fact, 2. We got one on December 6th. That definitely going to be pay-per-view. Now, listen. I just want to say this real quick. They're going to break it up. Okay? They're going to take that whole card, split it up. With one fight is Lamont Roach, and I forgot the other fight. What other fight that was? But anyway, they're gonna be split up in two different fights. Okay, so that way, the fight is canceled. Period. But they will be on separate cards. Okay, they're gonna split them down the middle, so we get the chance to see the same guys just added on to Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. That's one of them. Then another one. Okay, I forgot which one that was. I forgot. Now I got told me, but I forgot. But yeah. So your money gonna go to waste and nothing like that. At least for one pay-per-view. So I don't know how much it's gonna be. But yeah, that's where the big money is. This is how they pay them guys sometimes. Oh yeah, Roddy versus Manny. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, Roddy versus Manny. Yeah, it's gonna be on that card. So they split it up. And I'm good with that. Okay. I'm good with that. Yeah. Now, I will say this. I want to compare both of these. All right. I want to compare both of these real fast. And I see you, Rod. I want to compare both of these. No problem, OG. Yeah. I just wanted y'all to know that. So when y'all want to say, well, KQ tricked us and shit. But Earl gave up his whole A side when he fought Terrence Crawford. He gave up his whole A side, flipping a coin and all that shit. I would say, man, I ain't flipping no coin. But see, Earl didn't want him to leave. He didn't want him to say, negotiations off and walk out like he did before and fought David Azanesian. Now, but Canelo wasn't going for that shit. Canelo said, I want all my shit. Run that shit. I want my 100 million and plus everything else, so Canelo, and I'm like, Canelo ain't upset. Canelo cool, calm, and collected, right? Canelo like, man, shit, you don't give a shit about boxing no more. This is what I'm trying to tell you all. They care about the money now. They care about the money. Now, if you want to be I want to be great and this and that, you'll be crying like Shakur did in the Olympics. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose. Yeah, y'all be doing that, right? Well, these guys, man, listen, if they get a decent payday, they good with it. Win, lose, or draw, hell, where my check gonna get deposited? That's all you want to know. So that's how I look at it. Now, Rod, okay, my man Rod Walker. Yeah, so he's under 500,000 with his own, and Top Rank does not pay per-view payout. They have clauses where, yes, they do. Top Rank, you got to make 100,000. I think 100,000. Is it 100,000? Because this is why Bill Haney and them say they won't fight for Top Rank in a pay-per-view. Because they cannot sell. Right? In the face of boxing, that's what Knockout said. You mean to tell me in the face of boxing can't sell 100 pay-per-view buys? 1,000 pay-per-view buys or something like that? Yeah. That's when Knockout went viral saying that. So they have clauses where the fighters don't see back in money until they break the threshold of 500,000. Okay, it's 500,000. Okay, yeah, okay. I should have read all of it before I opened my mouth. Sorry. Okay, but I just talking. PBC pays the fighters what they earn. There you go. That's why PBC fighters, when they don't fight, they all right. Okay, when they don't fight, they all right. Other words, I ain't gonna say Jamel because he had a bag too from Canelo, but when they're inactive, one thing about Al Heyman, and I know this actual shit, is that he showed these guys how to save their money, how to invest in their money overseas. I mean, he really go through how to make your money last. And don't believe everything you read. Floyd Mayweather is nowhere near being broke. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yes, he sold his home, a home that he had built when he first got into the boxing, and when he became Pretty Boy Floyd, whatever. But he said, "Look, all my kids are gone. They grown. I don't need all this big space pool inside, 2-floor garage. What did he say? 10,000 a month for landscaping." And I'm like, what? Damn, to cut the grass, 10,000, man. So he did the right thing. I would have sold that shit too, man. But same like Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson had that big mansion over in Connecticut somewhere, 50 Cent bought it. And Mike Tyson used to joke about it. Mike Tyson be like, man, he didn't even go in some of the rooms. He said he didn't even go in some of the rooms. He said, man, he'd go and have a party on Saturday night. He said he wake up Sunday afternoon. He see a girl coming out of one room. He said, hell, where you come from? She said, I was in the room back there. And he said, how long you been there? She said, Saturday. And she had no clothes on. He said, God damn, I just got out of jail. God damn. Man, baby, you got to go. Baby, get your clothes. You got to go. You been here saying I just got out of jail for the same shit. So 50 Cent bought it, and now 50 Cent sold it. Yeah. So 50 Cent sold it now. It's big and nice if you got that type of money. If you want to live like that, I mean, who want to buy a house that use all the rooms? See, rich sometimes you don't have to go all overboard. See, I never been rich like that, so I can't really tell you. So, but yeah, but anyway, but still in all, no, but you know what? Who blame these fighters? Who blame these fighters anyway? I mean, I don't care. Get your money. That's what I believe. Get your money, Terrence. Get your money. Because, see, listen, you've been fighting for so long. You've been fighting since you were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, right? And you don't know, you might have brain damage coming along 5 years after you retire or whatever. You need, what modern science is. It costs. It costs now to get the good shit, right? So what you got to do is, get what you can out of the sport of boxing. Because as Terrence Crawford said, and they asked him on this interview just last week, hey, Terrence, would you let your kids box? And this? Nope, absolutely not. They can't box and they can't play football. And he mean that. He stand on that shit. And same with Earl Spence. Earl Spence said, listen, I don't want my son getting beat up and stuff like that. I want people beating up on my son. He said, I do it because so he won't have to do it. So I get that. Sometimes, that's a father's sacrifice. Sometimes, a father sacrifice a lot so they kids, so his kids won't go through what he went through. And my father, I'm quite sure Mr. Johnson, my man, Eugene, his father, I'm quite sure he's a great man, and he went through a lot probably to make sure his sons won't have to go through the same shit he went through or to put up with. So he made a better life for himself and his kids. Same way my father did, But, I got a little hard-headed and I kind of strayed a little bit. But, I got back in line. I got back in line and shit, But anyway, my man Rod Walker, once again, he said Al Heyman is about making money for his clients, investing their dollars and creating generational wealth and financial advisor's job. Yes, it's to make your dollar and make it. Yeah. The other fighters don't understand the principle. Yes, and this is the thing that Adrian Broner should have learned. Adrian Broner got it. He had it made. Al Heyman was sitting there paying him under the table. So, child support and stuff would take all his money. Now, of course, Al told them, look, say, go ahead and pay this child support, man. Don't do that, the kid like that. No, but of course he wanted to live too, but I get it, but but Adrian Broner trying to throw him under the bus. And one thing about it, you can't do that, you can't eat have your cake and eat it too. So yeah, I mean, that's why Al Heyman's advisor. A lot of people don't understand it, but let me say, yeah, one thing about it was you're gonna run into guys like, wait, I'm losing my train of thought looking at this this text. It's funny. You funny, man. You funny as hell. All right, but Al Heyman, he making sure you're right, Rod, about generational wealth. And this is why these guys can take off. And I don't like it, but this is why these guys can take off and fight once a year, with no problems. But I'd rather see them fight twice a year, 3 times a year, but Al, he does it right. But one thing about it is, listen, like I always say, Al Heyman's not going to pay you unless you, perform. You're going to get paid what you weigh. That's how I look at it, and that's Al Heyman. Al Heyman will do that. No problem, but you got to perform, And also, I like what he's doing with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman been inactive for 3 years. He fought one fight in 3 years, Brock Jarvis, but he didn't come back. And then next, he's fighting for a title. Now, this is the problem. You got Earl Spence, okay? You know what happened with him with the car accidents and everything. Keith Thurman, he's supposed to have a car accident. I told y'all he hit a tree or something, but then again, they couldn't find the fucking tree. So people thought that Keith Thurman was lying, trying to get out of fights and things like that, and running with the narrative that he wasn't in no accident, this and that. But it's funny how these are fighters that came over to PBC when they first left Golden Boy. That's why Oscar got mad at Al Heyman, because all the fighters went over there. Now, of course, Al Heyman owed them a lot, because they made a lot of money for Al. They made a lot of money, and Al, he's just throwing them a bone. There's nothing wrong with that. Throwing them a bone. Listen, Bob Arum do it too. Because listen, Bob Arum was Muhammad Ali lawyer, and now Muhammad Ali grandson Nico Ali Walsh is trash. But Bob went on and signed him anyway, just out of a favor of the Ali family, and so that's Rashida's daughter. That's not Layla's son. That's Rashida's son, not Layla's son. And so Bob did him a favor. Bob reached out and matter of fact, Nico getting a little bit better. He's getting a little bit better now. That's what I'm looking at. Last time I seen him fight. But yeah, sometimes, promoters, you got some good promoters out there, and then we'll make sure you have this and that. But Dana White, I'm gonna tell you that Dana White, he full of crap. He's full of crap. He gonna mess these young guys up. He gonna mess these guys up. For one, he's gonna pretty much own their likeness, put them in a 10-year contract, and pay them peanuts per round. And these are guys that when promotion companies don't pick up, or they're getting guys out the amateurs, and that's a shame. That's a shame. So, but Big Mad, so mad he doing a coke and wearing lingerie. He has lost his mind because he was so mad. Who was that? Okay, he said something about AB wanted to blow his money fast. Yeah, I was about to say so. Yeah, fast. If it were not for what Al Heyman did for him, he would be worse off financially. He would have gone broke even faster. Yeah, AB is talking about going back to the streets now. Yeah, and that's sad. That's sad. Listen, and with AB, they threw a lot of money at him at a young age, and plus he was already out there kind of bad at a young age, and when he got that money, that bag, and that deal, he just went nuts with the money. He said he was doing okay at first by giving his mama money to put up, but he ran into Floyd Mayweather. Floyd can do that. Floyd had the money to do that. To this day, Floyd, all you gotta do is just fight an exhibition and he will get that back. But Agent Broner wasn't like that. Agent Broner was trying to do double what Floyd was doing. And now, well, not now, but a while back, he got mad at Floyd. Well, it's like, look, this little bro, you big bro, we could do an exhibition together. We all get 100,000. He should say, man, hey, little bro, here, we're going to do an exhibition, man. You get 100,000, you good. No. Floyd, no, not to do that. Because Floyd's pretty much, in his mind, he thinking, if I give you 200 million and make 200 million for you, whatever, you still going to fuck it up. You might even kill yourself, dude. Because Agent Brown wasn't doing more than just drinking. Let's not be naive here. Okay? He was doing more than drinking shit. He was doing a lot of, things he shouldn't have been doing. He got a lot of kids too. So, then you go over to Don King. Don King trying to give you a lifeline. What did you do to Don King? You got so drunk the night before, and you didn't even show up to the press conference. You didn't show up to the press conference, dude. And this, sometimes, you gotta let them go. Sometimes you just gotta let them go and let them just go down to the gutter. Let them go. Call tough fucking love, right? That's what you gotta do. And then pick themselves up slowly but surely. That's how I look at it. And one thing about it, people say, well, he lost his coach, KQ, and that's what. No, damn that. No, you was acting that way before he died. Then when Terrence beat Canelo, he was in Terrence Crawford's dressing room and said, hey man, look, congratulations, this and that. He looked real stupid, because Terrence came up behind you, dude, and you should have been that one, but he wasn't, and never will be. Hall of Fame, I think he wrecked that Hall of Fame. I don't think that's gonna ever happen, and you could have done interviews, you could have did something, you could have been on guests on podcasts and stuff like that. You could have made it work, you could have made it work, but that drinking just got in the way. That drinking couldn't pay his bill a couple of times, and hey, I don't want to shit on him, but sometimes people need to be shitted on. Sometimes people just don't need to be here, That's how I look at it sometimes, But anyway, let me get to Paulie ass real fast before I get out of here. Now, Paulie is one hateful white dude. Yeah. Italian white dude. And most Italians, I'm not going to say racist, but he got racist undertones. Okay? I use that. Okay? And he don't like the fans of Gervonta Davis. This is what I'm getting at. He don't like Gervonta Davis, nor do he like his fans. Now, besides using the word black, he went on saying that we dumb, we don't know why we call him the face of boxing, things like that. Now, Paulie, if you got something to say, just come out and say it. I hate when people sit there and beat around the bush and say something, but without really saying it. Just spell it out. You don't like black folks, you looking for that great white hope. Well, it's no great white hope right now. Because the same way with the Mexican people. You don't like the Mexican people either. You know, so look, Tank, like he said, he don't want to be the face of boxing. He just want to be a boxer. And that's it. That's it. Now, it's you with the problem. Everybody else don't have a problem. Your ass got the problem. See, Paulie came from an area in New York called Bensonhurst. All right? And they're not too friendly to the minorities. Let me put it that way. And he's still carrying it to this day. Like I said, I wish I would have slapped him beside the head with a baby powder when he was at Showtime. Because that's why he got fired from Showtime. He refused to take back and apologize for the racist slur. He did. You know. What's up, Isaiah? In a $2 holler, baby. What's going on? Yes, sir. Can't help people who don't want to change. Also known Loaded Dice, AB. Yeah. Oh, yeah. AB got in some trouble out there in California with Big U. The U told that nigga to check in, and Adrian Rose said, I ain't checking in nowhere. Then he tried to take over a dice game and try to use, like you said, trick dice. And man, he said, wait a minute, dude, get our money back. And they were finna lay Adrian Rose out in California. For real. So, but basically, like I said, look, get your money, everybody. Everybody in Boston, get your money if you can. Maximize them dollars. And see, and only way Boots can be in that level is fight guys at that level. And it's a lot of guys at 154 that's good, that's great. You got some guys like Gary Antoine Russell. He's gonna be moving up real soon. What I hear next year. And that means he's gonna be at 147. You know, man, that's gonna be an awesome fight. What's going on, my man? Israelite, all for life. All right, brother. Salute. New to the channel. Question: in your opinion, why do Boots get the hate he does? You know, that's a good question. I don't know why. I think. You know, and I think because he's not fighting the right opponent. Just like Brian Norman. Okay. Now, Boots didn't duck Brian Norman. No, he did not. They refused to take the offer, what they was going to get offered. Because, see, that was the biggest payday they made. And they refused to take it because they thought Boots, you know, they were going to give him more money. But they ran with the narrative that he ducked Brian Norman, which is not true. And then also his promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's not giving him the type of fights that he should be fighting. Cody Crowley, I mean, even though he dropped, the fight didn't go on, but no, he needed to fight some guys that people already know their names, and people say, oh, okay, that's a good matchup. You know, this is why he's getting the hate that he's getting. And in Boots, he doesn't speak up for himself. There's nothing wrong with that, but he's a light guy. I mean, he's a very light spoken. You know, he ain't gonna talk that yin. He ain't gonna talk that yang. He ain't gonna talk that shit, right? You know, he's very humble. You know, something like a Fondura. You know, just like after the fight the other night, he went and shook Lima hand behind out there in the dressing room and gave him his raps. He just knocked his ass out, right? He said, you know, hey, welcome to America and stuff like that. You know, he's just a nice guy, right? And he's not he don't have a mean spirit in his body right now, you know? So that's the reason why. And plus, Eddie need to get him some fights like Ortiz, and people be like, okay, Boots, okay, we see you now, baby. We see you, all right? And then he go in there, and let's say he dominate Ortiz. Then I think he get the crowd, the fans, back on the side. But don't get it twisted now. Boots got a lot of fans in Philly. Man, and one guy is Dean by any means. Oh man, he showed out the other night. You know, he was at the fights and they was lit outside, they said. They listen, he had the city of brotherly love, right? They are a boxing city. This is where a lot of great fighters come from. And if he can take advantage of that and be the next hero the city, sky's the limit for him. He'll get that love. One thing about it, he got that brotherly love. I tell you that. So, but that's what I think. That's what I think. Is for life, Okay. All right. That's what I think. And I appreciate you. And super chat. All right. So that's how I see it today, y'all. That's how I see it today. I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation for the last 2 hours. All right. So, but one thing I can say, Israel for life. People in Philly Saturday night, they was rocking. They enjoyed, even though the fight didn't go 9 rounds, 8 rounds. They was cool with that first round. All they want to see is their hometown boy, go in there and get the win, get the W. They didn't care if it was 1 second or 12 rounds. They don't care, So, but yeah, but now he didn't sustain no punishment, so it shouldn't take 9 months for the next fight. He should be right in there now, fighting. Okay, yeah. What's up, Ramon? Safu. I don't know. I think somebody said you said something. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I can't. Every time I see your name, I'm thinking about it. I think that $1.7 million to Brian was decent. Yes, it was. It was decent. Why? Because that was the highest Brian Norman Jr. got. That was the most money he ever made at that time. Matter of fact, still. Till you fight Devin Haney, I think he's getting a little bit more. But yeah, that was decent. Because he turned around and fought somebody in Japan for less money. For less money. Yeah. So I mean, so Boo, he had to move on to somebody else. See, sometimes fighters, can be good for their own good. Too good for their own good. Put it that way. Sometimes it's hard to get fights because you're so good. And sometimes people just don't want to fight you. You can't make nobody fight you. Sometimes people will even drop belts not to fight you, So, but no, Canelo, David Benavidez, So, but yeah. Brian Norman, Senior, Junior, whatever. That was the highest payday. That was their highest payday. And what they do, that greed. They wanted more. And then what happened? They turned it down. And they turned around and fought, I think in Japan somewhere. And they didn't make no money. I mean, they made less. So, but yeah. And listen, ain't nobody dug Devin Haney. Who really take Devin Haney seriously? Really? Please. Booth would have obliterated Devin Haney. Man, please. Matter of fact, that he don't get no respect for that. Man. Come on now. Really? Devin Haney is trash. He's ass. My man, Israel for life. Once again, they're not chat. Yes, sir. Israel for life. He said, do you think when he fight the big fight and win, do you think he still gets the hate? No, I don't know. No. And you know what? I think it will go to the wayside soon. He fights someone with a decent, will give him a decent, good fight. You don't have to get the big fight. You don't have to get the for an undisputed fight. None of that. He gonna get all the credit he deserves before then. Only thing about it is Eddie Hearn gonna have to do his damn job and make them fights happen. That's what he's gonna have to do. And I guarantee you, he's gonna get his flowers. He's gonna get his fanfare when he fight those guys. Now, yes, Saturday he would get acclimated to 154. That was his first time fighting at 154, and he did what we expected. And then the post press conference, he said he loved 154. It's easy to make 154. He loved the weight, so he don't have to, squeeze down or boil down. He don't have to do all that, right? It's easy. He said he had fun. He said the night before he used to be like exhausted, but he had so much energy this time, So hey, watch out, y'all. I'm telling y'all now, watch out, because I think Jerron Ennis is gonna be I ain't gonna say the next Bud Crawford, because I don't like doing that, because they both are two different men. All right. Now Jerron is younger, but he also is behind. So he's gonna have to step on it. All right, because he'll be 30 in the next year or so. So step on it, baby. Step on it. So he still got his whole 30s. So that's what I think. Okay. All right, Boxing Latino, baby. What's going on? All right. Salute to you, bro. All right, what's going on with you? All right. So, yeah, man, I appreciate that again. Israelite for life. All right. And make sure y'all hit the like button. All right. I appreciate you. All right. Yeah. So they are going to have to fight. Oh, yeah. Well, oh yeah. One thing about it. Listen, Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis, that's a damn good fight. And they going to have to fight. All right. Now, hit the like button, man. We only got 62 likes in here. Now, I know we got up to like 80-something people in here, So, I mean, we should at least have 80, But anyway, yeah. So that's what I see, That's what I see. I really believe that, And so Boots is a real deal, man. He just got to show it. He just need a dance partner. He just need the right dance partner. Okay. We got 78 likes. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's cool. But yeah, he just need the right dance partner. That's all. And I think he's gonna get it if Eddie get off his ass and stop making dumb fights like Conor Ben, and why we want to see the rematch of that? Why? I mean, well, I get it. He's making the money. That's all he's doing, trying to make money off of them because they respect it in UK. That's the only place they respect it, So I get it. But Booth, a lot of people call him hype job and stuff, but I don't think he's a hype job, And I think he's ready for all comers, And when you've been sitting that long, and not sitting that long, but not fighting the top guys, then you get a little bit hungry. And I think that's a little extra sauce on the top, So, but that's all I have for y'all today. I appreciate everybody that hit the cash out. I appreciate the Johnson family. All right. I rock with y'all brothers, man. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your dad, Mr. Johnson. Yes, sir. And I appreciate everybody in the super chats today. All right, man. I'll be off tomorrow. Y'all know Tuesdays I'm off. I'll be off tomorrow, but I'll be back Wednesday. And we're going to go ahead and talk about a little more boxing news you can use, baby. Because I want to thank KQ. We keep it down the middle here. No bias talk at all over here. All right. What's going on, Zoo? New Lion, baby. Yes, sir. He said, great show, OG. I've been here listening. Okay, good. Good, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I hope everybody enjoyed the call, too, Saturday. All right. Play by play, blow by blow, baby. That's how we do it. Okay. So with that, that's all I got for y'all today. And make sure, Ramon said, awesome show, OG. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Ramon. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, like I say, keep your head on the swivel, y'all. All right? Keep your head on the swivel because you don't know what's going on out there. All right? So, with that, Devin hasn't had a fight at 147. No, this is going to be his first fight at 147. And he's fighting Brian Norman Jr., and, hey, some people say he can pull it out, but Dan Bradley, first, he didn't have a path to victory for Devin. But then he comes back the very next day and say, oh, wait a minute. It is a path. And you know what the path he's talking about? Running. Running, that's a path. Okay? But he called it something else. But you break it down, that's what he's talking about. Get on your bike and run. That's what he's saying. Go down that trail like Peter Cottontail. That's what he's saying. just like he did on the curve in New York City. No, Tim, no, that's no strategy, because that's gonna make everybody really dislike Devin again and say he's stinking up the place again. So Devin, what he gonna have to do is sometime plant his feet and get in there and dig. So that's what he's gonna do. Now, Devin and Bill don't have nowhere else to go. They burnt their bridges with all the rest of the promoters, and Turkey is just throwing them a bone, and they're gonna always be an undercard fighter now. Undercard fighter, So Devin might want to just grab a bag and get out of there, because that's what's gonna happen sooner or later, and might be sooner than later that he get knocked out. So he's too protective, and I believe he has PTSD. I really believe that. So, but we'll see. We will see when he come up and fight Brian Norman Jr. All right, that's around the corner. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see exactly what. Then that's not the main event, but that's the fight everybody interested in. Okay, so we're gonna see. All right. So with that, that's all I got, baby. All right, always do what KQ do. Living it up. Oh!
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.